Hi, this is Scott. Welcome back to another Hollinger Team video blog. This one is our recap on 2014 for waterfront sales and activity and a recap of the market in general here in the Flathead Valley. So let's get right to it. Flathead Lake homes have been chugging along at kind of a pretty steady pace. 29 sales this year compared to 26 last year. So a little bit of an increase, about a 10% increase in the number of transactions. There are 26 active homes for sale on the lake right now with 3 pending. So it's really just kind of about a 1-year supply if you want, or a little bit less than a 1-year supply of homes for sale. It is interesting to see the list of active listings compared with the list of closed as far as price range goes. So there is a lack certainly in some price ranges, and there's a very much of a oversupply in some other price ranges. And so I think we'll see, some people see it as price reductions, but I really call it more a repositioning in the market where people just came in at the wrong price and in anticipation of much stronger appreciation than we're having. The prices have kind of caused that to all slow down a little bit, and we'll just see what this year brings with perhaps some reductions in interest rates, which certainly will help, and we'll see how that goes. Now on to condominiums. Oh boy. Half as many sales as last year, but only half as many for sale right now. So the condominium market's going to be really interesting this year. If there's a bunch of properties that come on the market, we'll see probably a bunch of sales. It will be interesting to see if where the prices go on that. There are 2 pending sales, so even in the dead of winter, there's people buying condominiums, which we see, for the lake homes also, and in cases also the vacant land. Speaking of vacant land, 5 sales this year compared to 8 last year, but it's pretty easy to explain it because when, for example, we only have 3 active listings right now, it won't take much before there's none for sale, and there's no pending right now. So certainly Flathead Lake vacant land is very, very, very rare commodity right now. If we look at all the other 9 lakes that we report on, we have 9 total active listings, 2 pending sales, and then we look at what has sold. We have 19 that closed this year compared to the year before. So it has stayed steady, but with the number of active listings right now, unless a bunch of properties come on the market, it's going to probably show as a decline in the number of transactions. There is some small appreciation in all these smaller numbers as far as sales go, but it's certainly not wildfire, and for the time being, it probably isn't going to be unless we have some shifts in interest rates and the economy. Now, if we look at Flathead and Lake County overall, that's been pretty steady. If you look at the years past, 2023 and 2024, pretty similar numbers. Active listings are showing that certainly homes that are for sale are way below what the sold is and what the demand is. There's quite a few pending in those price ranges also. I think if we look onto our next slide here, you can see where, supply and demand is. We've got homes. Well, first off, we go to the list of sales price ratio or percentage, and we've seen that slip a little bit. But the interesting thing is that the prices have all slowly appreciated. So it's an interesting thing where people are negotiating a little bit. The sellers are negotiating a little bit more on their price, but also buyers are paying a little bit more on the prices. And that shows up and even reflects even more when we go to the next slide where we talk about the regional MLS, our entire MLS, which is basically all of western Montana. And this is really kind of a telling thing because the number of closed transactions for the last 2 years, 2023 and 24, have been roughly half of what they were in 2020. So we just have a long correction that's taking place here. Hopefully this will be the year that we see that kind of thing happen. The other thing that we have is that I was talking about earlier is the supply and demand in the price ranges. And this one shows the sold properties in various price ranges. And you can see really where all the activity is, where all the meat and potatoes have been for 3 years here. That's really, I think, reflective of what we have going on now. I'm looking forward to the first quarter report. I think we'll see some interesting things come on. We're starting to see a fair amount of people that are moving around even in the winter. Some talking about selling, and some here buying in the dead of winter. So we will have some numbers to share with you in our first quarter report for 2025. Thanks a lot for viewing Hollinger video blog. Please share this with your friends and subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions, please call, email, text me. Be happy to visit with you about questions or other things that you'd like to know about the market that we had last year.